no-knock warrants. This is a real serious thing because this is how Beonna Taylor ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
And let me just give a little background to those who don't know. Beonna Taylor was the sister that was in her Louisville, Kentucky apartment when the police came knocking on her door. They were basically looking for her ex-boyfriend's dope. And they knocked on her door. No, they didn't knock on her door. My bad. They just, according to...
Yeah, it was a no-knock.
Yeah, it was a no-knock. According to her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, they just busted in the door. And when they got up, he got nervous, thought that there was intruders. He pulled out his weapon. He started firing.
He did.
They fired back, and they killed Beonna. He hit one, and they hit her a bunch of times. She dies. It turns out no drugs was found in the house. Beonna Taylor has no criminal record, and it was just a botched warrant served. And the state of Kentucky decided to change their laws, partially banning no-knock warrants and having certain specifications need to be met when they do execute them. But in the state of Minnesota, a brother named Amir Locke was killed a couple weeks ago during a no-knock warrant. Now, this brother was laying on this couch. He did have a strap with him.
Yeah.
He had every right to have that strap.
Right.
He's in his home.
Exactly.
Police came in there, no-knock warrant busted in. He gets up, and they see the gun, and they aired him out. You've had experience. I know of one where the police came knocking on your door to take you into custody on the case we talked about in the interview.
Right.
Of course, that was a knock warrant. Right?
Exactly.
They knocked on the door. Now, what do you think? How would you have reacted if you just heard, a whole bunch of banging and dudes just trying to come in through your front door?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you because it's on record. I had a couple guns up in there, and I slept with them close. When you was living the life that you were living, you was gonna keep them there. You was always had stuff on your mind that somebody, even if they wasn't, you always had stuff on your mind that somebody kicking this door. I don't care who it is, because you're not thinking it's the police. You're gonna start shooting. So they knocked on my door, and luckily I heard them say police, and I was able to, hey, but if that door would have got kicked in, I would have probably started shooting, Alex. You know what I mean? Trying to protect my life. Because once that door get kicked in, it's time to go if it's some intruders trying to come harm you.
And I guess the reason they're saying that no-knock warrants are effective is because it gives you inside the house less time to get rid of stuff, hide stuff, and it gives the police quicker time to get you into custody. When they're banging on the door, they got to wait for you to open it.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you this: how much stuff can you get rid of that fast? I mean, if you got a small amount, why is y'all here for this anyway?
Yeah.
And if you got a large amount, I mean, you ever tried to flush a kilo?
You can't flush a kilo.
It ain't just finna go down like that.
Yeah.
For one, it's in a wrapper that's gonna take you 3 minutes to unwrap it. I mean, just speaking logically though.
Yeah.
If you got some pounds of weed, you can't flush pounds of weed. So I think it's BS that was the reason to use the no-knock warrant, because you can only flush or get rid of a small amount in that kind of time.
Well, in the state of Kentucky, they're partially banning no-knock warrants, but they will allow it if there's clear and convincing evidence that the crime alleged is a crime that would qualify a person, if convicted, as a violent offender. And I'm saying to myself, well, that's everybody. That's everybody you're going to serve a warrant on, right? So how are you partially banning no-knock warrants with that vague definition?
Exactly. They're not.
Yeah.
They trying to put it in place like they, trying to be cautious or trying to change the law. But in actuality, what they're basically doing is picking and choosing. If it's a suspect that they kind of, want, as far as might want him dead or alive, they going to go in that house and they going to do what they got to do, and if he fired back, they going to knock him down. I believe the knock warrant, even if they knock a couple times, then bust the door down, I believe that knock, come on, we could save a lot of lives with that.
Yeah.
Because at least, they know you come. At least they know it's not somebody in there trying to, because a person that's a criminal, if to think about it, a person that's a criminal, a person that's a drug dealer, a person that's, a gun smuggler, whatever they doing, they know they're a criminal. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones that shoot back.
Thanks for watching this video clip of Alex, Alonso, and FG. If you want to listen to the entire podcast episode, links are in the description, but you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and most of your favorite podcast platforms.